Hello!
Hello.
And welcome to Talking Point. Well, it's the Talking
Do
Point.
not have numbers.
No. It's our pre-ramble before we get onto the main podcast. And we'll start, as always, with the answers to last week's question, which was, which game in your backlog are you most looking forward to finally playing?
Well, we don't have an answer.
Which was a very long... Which was very long...
That should have been the shortest one, really, shouldn't it? We shouldn't have this massive backlog of games. We should be going home and playing games every night, damn it.
Yeah. So do you want to start with the comments that came from YouTube or the comments that came from Facebook?
Let's go Facebook. We've got a rant's worth there. Which...
Yeah, I'm going to kill Michelle. I really am. I'm just going to walk in the office and shoot her in the head.
Every game ever made.
Yeah.
She hasn't played any games.
No, she's played Borderlands 2 because she keeps going on about it, and she's played Last of Us, so that's definitely something.
I suppose she's prioritised, hasn't she?
Yeah, but she's looking forward to the Tiny Tina DLC for Borderlands 2, but she's not level 30 yet. She's had Portal 2 for ages, but has not played it yet, which is just wrong. But apparently she's not the only one.
What?
There's somebody on YouTube I think said the same thing.
Oh. Dead Island,
which she's just picked up in the Humble Bundle.
Old Republic 2. Oh, sorry, KOTOR.
Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic 2. Yeah. Rumour this week that they're making a third, but that's only a rumour, so.
So that's that one done.
Mm-hmm. But if you want to read that wall of text, I will put it somewhere in the page. Yeah. Martin Tattersall is working his way through the last Remnant and Witcher 1 before Final Fantasy 14 relaunches.
I'm guessing that's going to take his life away then.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's an MMO, so it generally does. Trevor is Company of Heroes 2 and Bioshock Infinite.
I'm with him on that one. That's on my list.
Yeah, that's on my list, and for more reasons this week.
How bad is this? We haven't played Bioshock Infinite.
No.
I mean, that should be up there in the list of games we've
played.
No.
When we get onto the YouTube comments, you're gonna sit there and go, oh, Jeebus, that one as well.
Am I going to start making a list?
Yes. So the Bioshock 2, Bioshock Infinite, is there on the list, and there's a news story this week. They're getting the next DLC is Buried at Sea. It's a pre-Bioshock 1 Rapture.
Nice.
So pre-fall Rapture.
So it's still in its...
Yeah, still in its heyday.
I like the sound of
that. Mr. Lockwood said, none, because I'm too poor to be able to buy more than one game at a time.
Oh man, this is the same guy that I recommended you get PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Talked him into it pretty much. He went, oh great, he still hasn't got it. If he spent that instead of buying one game...
Yep. He'd have 12.
Lots of games.
Well, he'd have 10, because there's 10 on PlayStation Plus to start with.
Yeah. I mean, there's even Battlefield 3 on there at the minute.
Instant collection, yeah.
That'll keep him going for, well, years?
Yeah, I did kind of try to
Battlefield 2 experience.
I did try and kind of point out to him that just because you don't own it doesn't mean it's not on your backlog. I count Bioshock Infinite as on my backlog, but I definitely don't own it yet.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I do.
Do you? Is that a definition for you?
It was in the Steam sale, wasn't it? I may have it. This is the point of Steam sales. You buy things, not to play them, to have them in your collection and stare at like an old man looking at his collection. Except for it's digital. There's no benefit. You can't open it up and read the book. Yeah,
there is that.
I assume that's what people do with collections. I don't have one. Do you go through your Mega Drive things and open the books?
Not really, no.
Sniff them occasionally?
No. I get out the Mega Drive and play them.
Carry on.
Switching over to YouTube, our comments on YouTube, we had Misfit Fan 3996. He says the one he most wants to play is Alan Wake.
Actually, I had good reviews when it came out, but again, never played it because it's Xbox exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah, but now it's PC, so...
So I could actually play it if I really wanted to.
Because I've picked it up somewhere along... I realised I've picked it up somewhere along the line in one of the Humble Bundles.
Herein lies the problem when you get a game like that, because you hear it's good.
Yeah.
But then you get games like Bioshock Infinite come out.
Yeah.
Dishonored. I realise them two are apparently very similar games, but you get this sea of games that just, you forget. about all of this back here because of this wave of awesome games coming.
But yeah, it's there. I've got it somewhere. I've got it and its sequel. I've got both of them. I've got Alan Wake and American Wasteland, which is insane. But Misfit Fan has a 300 game Steam collection. Just due to sales.
This is my shock look.
It's also his jealous look.
Yeah. I try to think now. I'm guessing his username is Misfits Fan 3996. So we just have to guess his password now.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's.
I'll start with 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go from there.
I thought I was doing badly when my list is only 175 games.
That's about 40. And I thought I was like a chronic addict. I mean,
yeah, at 170. But I discovered the worst thing you can ever do with Steam is when you go into the games list, there is a view, because you can change the view to installed, all, and all that. Recent.
I imagine your recent's probably bigger than your total.
No, the recently played.
Oh, right.
It shows you recently played at the top, so your last week. And the list of all you've ever played. And my recently played, my entire collection I've ever played from my full 175 game Steam collection is 42 of them. And some of them will have just been turning it on.
Do you know what I've got that's more depressing with my Steam collection? My most played title.
Mm-hmm.
You would think with me, some kind of first person
TF2?
shooter. Oh, no, well, TF2 is still at 0. I've never played TF2. Never. I know. Sorry, I lied. I loaded it up once, tried to play it by myself in a server with nobody I knew. And, it's one of those kind of there's people running everywhere, I'm shot, I don't know what happened, that guy's invisible. Off. Killing floor. Shoot zombies. That I can handle. But no, my most played game, Global Agenda.
Nice.
So I was in the beta, wasn't I? So I was reviewing it, and I put more hours into that, reviewing it, than I have in any other game in my Steam collection. Which makes me cry just a little bit, because that isn't the best game in the world. That's
following him for him, Brian Inman came back, and his is Deadlight, and he.
Cool. Yeah, all right.
It's simple, but
silence. Yeah.
I didn't look into Deadlight, and you bought it, so. Apparently, it's a puzzle game. That is. Apparently, it's a limbo-like puzzle game. So.
Yeah. This is my problem.
No. He was talking about that. His actual suggestion. No, he was trying to explain what Deadlight was, so that you could understand what you'd bought.
Ah, right, cool.
His actual thing is Portal 2 is probably number 1 on his list.
Jesus.
Because he wished he'd played it. Initially bought it, then everyone told me I had to do Portal 1 first, so somebody gifted me Portal 1, and I think I came close to completing it.
I'd like to say I hate this kind of person, but it's me. You get so close to finishing a game and then don't.
Just finish 1 and start 2 and play it in both single player and
fact,
co-op.
You could do this one weekend, don't leave the house, stock your fridge, loads of crisps, food and various things ready, maybe a bedpan, if needs be, bedpan or a bottle, whatever you go for, and just sit there, and you could play through both on a weekend easily. Yeah, you could. It's not that long a game.
But then you'd want to play the co-op part of Portal 2, and do you really want to be co-oping in the same room as someone with a bedpan?
No, at that point, you either call Paddy, or you play with your feet and your hands. Controller for each.
Well, yeah.
It worked for you so far.
Shut up. It was part of the review. I needed a co-op partner, and there was nobody around, so I had to play through the first half of the Portal 2 co-op campaign on my own. And there was a few points where I was literally holding one controller in each hand and going, yeah.
It reminds me of that time we had the drinking game where you had to forfeit, and somebody gave me the forfeit of play with your feet. And I managed to do it. And I still to this day don't know how. I think I just hit every button at once until everything died.
But that was Dante's Inferno.
Yeah. That didn't really get much acclaim,
No, that was very much an overlooked game. But anyway, Portal 1 and 2, that's definitely
good. Can you get a bad hack and slash? I know that sounds like a bold statement, but regardless of how bad they are, waves of enemies and slashing through them is good fun.
No, you can't
I don't
really
think you can get a really bad one, can you?
Can't really do a bad one. EvoVLog said he's really looking forward to playing through Thomas Was Alone. Apparently he started playing it a few times and trying to do a Let's Play on it. And recording has always had issues.
Yeah.
So I've just told him stop trying to record it and just get it finished.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it's worth playing.
He needs to be ready for his second project, whatever it is.
I want to know what Project 2 is.
I
really want to know what...
You see the teaser someone posted today?
Was it a rectangle?
No.
Was it a circle?
No, that was my suggestion to him, but he fobbed it off. I know why he's fobbed it off. I did claim if there's any circles, I want rights. But somebody put live playthrough of Project 2 and put a screenshot. And it was Mike Bithell looking at his PC, but it's from the back, so you couldn't see it. So it's just Mike Bithell.
Well played.
Damn it.
Adam ONC, his game on his backlog is Batman Arkham City. He's apparently started it 4 times and never finished it. If you haven't seen the ending of Batman Arkham City, I suggest you go play it.
I can't even remember the ending. I shouldn't be allowed to play games, this is my problem. Because for the brief week I'm playing it, Last of Us apparently has zombies in it.
Well, they're not zombies, are they?
They are.
They're infected.
What? It's the same thing.
No.
They're zombies. The fungus in real life that does it to ants, they refer to them as zombie ants. Zombie people.
I'm not buying it.
You've already got it.
Yeah, but I didn't buy it. I need to Craig.
Oh, fair enough. What else have we
I'll
got?
have to give him it back eventually.
Arkham City should play.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
FirehawkShadowChild said his backlog is too big, but the 3 he can pick is Dust and Elysian's Tale. Again, I haven't played that, but really want to because I've heard a lot of good things.
These next 2 I want to play.
Darksiders 1 and 2. You really, really should play 1. I'm alright
in thinking these are proper difficult games. Darksiders. Or is that...
No, that's Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. I've got that one. I have it somewhere.
Yeah.
I haven't played it.
But Darksiders is Zelda-esque. So,
fair enough.
But set in a darker future.
Cool.
Where you play as War in the second Death.
Yeah, I remember the review that Danny Allen wrote for T1. Yeah. This is the worst thing. A lot of my game knowledge comes from putting together page layouts. I had to read every damn review as I put it out.
Yeah.
So I learned quite a lot, believe it or not.
And his third one is Tomb Raider. And
I've got that on my list as well.
Yeah, that's on my list. So there are quite a few games out there that I have far too big a backlog.
Yeah. Oh dear. And he did ask a question as well. Do we play board games and which are our favourites?
Does Kaplunk
No, we don't.
Yes, unfortunately, you picked the one question that we really can't answer.
We look like the type, let's be honest.
We do.
But I have a zombie board game thing, which I'm eager to play.
Oh no, you got it out at one of the games nights, and I remember us trying to read the...
Nobody will play it because the
instruction manual for a game should not be that thick. I really think at some point we need to get Simon round.
Yes.
And play a proper card game.
It comes with a CD, damn it.
Okay.
It comes with a CD. It has atmospheric music and zombies and a board.
But yeah, we need to get
play on.
We need to get Si round and play some, because I used to play.
He has a good collection of.
I used to play very briefly Dungeons and Dragons and that kind of thing, and Warhammer. I did have Warhammer models. At one.
This is the weird thing because Mike Lockwood,
we
mentioned him earlier, used to play like Warhammer. I don't know if you ever played it, but he had the things and he painted the models. And I was fascinated by it. You know what used to hold me back?
What?
The fact I couldn't paint.
Yeah.
I would have gone into battle with a bunch of unpainted people. Nobody would know if they're sad, happy. I'd never be able to paint faces on them. That wasn't the point, was it? I genuinely, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to do it, and it would have looked like a child. Like everyone would look like Ronald McDonald. White splodge, big lips.
Yeah. When I briefly dabbled with them, I got a lot of them pre-painted. So I just went on eBay. Early days of eBay as well. Bought job lots.
Yeah.
And then went off, had a couple of games, got a bit bored, and then in what can only be described as a strange madness in my... because it was the first flat I'd rented. First flat I'd rented.
Was this the I'm an adult, I can do anything moment?
Yes, it was.
Everyone has one.
Yeah. Because I decided I wasn't going to use them anymore, and because I was in my first flat that I owned, it was my first flat, I stuck them to the ceiling. I set up a battle scene on my toilet roof. glued them.
This is why people... This is why... I don't know. This is why Paddy shouldn't be allowed glue. Let's throw that out there. You shouldn't be allowed to function in life. This is just not...
But it was cool.
You do the same simple, stupid crap I do, but Fiona winds me in.
Yeah, well, I have the wind in now, but... But yeah, first flat, I had all these Warhammer models. I had a little bit of green thing that was probably a battlefield. Stuck it to the roof and just... Every time I went to the toilet, looked up and was going well.
I think I always had this idea in my head that I enjoyed the thought of playing it more than actually...
I really do enjoy the idea of playing one of these games, but they are time consuming, the big ones.
Yeah.
I'd also want to get into the trading card games. I've got 3 stacks of the World of Warcraft trading card games.
I can only put this into terms I understand, but let's go Pokemon ways.
Yeah.
Right? I can imagine you've got all these best intentions. You've got a deck full of cards, and you think, right then, I'm going to use strategy and Magikarp. Oh, fuck. that is pretty much everything I expect.
But the skill of it is obviously being able to get that card come up and still be able to turn it around.
Turn it... A Magikarp. All I remember from the Pokemon games is...
Evolution Stone, it's a fucking Gyarados you've just won. And I'm glad I could remember that.
Yeah, that's bad. Isn't it? All I remember from Magikarp is literally it was that one that everyone just went... Even that in the bloody Nintendo Game Boy game, you would get it and you'd throw your Magikarp out, and every time it gets its ass kicked, it would never evolve. And you get towards the end of the game and suddenly... Big dragon thing. I needed you 3 hours ago.
Yep.
Now suddenly you're this big, massive, awesome dude, but I've already got the secret bird from this game that can kill everything in one shot, so why would I care? Sorry. I have issues from my childhood, clearly.
You have Pokemon issues, by the sounds of things, and that's...
To be fair, because we don't play board games, I think we've done quite well. I think that's worked as a question this week.
What I'm actually going to say now is this week's question is, what board games do you play and which do you think we should play?
Yes, good recommendations.
Because I think we can do this and just get the board games and
I'll admit, if anyone says Dungeons and6 it's not going to happen.
Well, no. Sai can Dungeon Master it. Sai can be DM.
My problem is I have no imagination.
But this is the fun. If we get one of those events set up, we can set the microphone up, get Craig round, get Alec round, and have a proper night of it, and just record the entire outcome.
My problem is, you're a dwarf with an axe and blah blah blah. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm Dan. I like to work with computers and I play computer games. Can I throw discs at people a la Shaun of the Dead? No? Oh, okay.
Gal, there's enough toys and weaponry in my house for you to roleplay your heart's content.
I don't roleplay, this is the problem. I have no imagination. Somebody tells me I'm in a swamp, I say, no, I'm in a house. I'm sat on a chair.
To prove the point.
We're
in 2 seconds.
You have a weird dagger in your hand that wobbles as you shake it. You try to stab something, it snaps in half. That could not have been better timed.
I knew that was going to happen.
I don't need imagination, apparently, because your items predict everything I'm going to do.
I knew you'd do that. I knew there was a fault in that handle.
I didn't know. I managed to predict it. But I couldn't... In my head, I'm sat on half a chair, drinking beer, talking to strangers on the internet while my face goes bright red because it's boiling hot in here. I literally have no imagination. But what games should we play?
No, what board games do you play? And which you think we should and which you want us to play and record the outcome of?
Yeah. This is going to be hilarious. There's me hammered in a car. I'm not an elf.
I mean, I think even Monopoly, just the four of us around a table playing Monopoly, because that can get evil. I've had some nasty games of Monopoly.
Please proceed straight to jail. Fuck you.
Give me the dynamite. I'm out of this
You
joint.
just try and catch me.
Taking the car. Yay!
It's lent so badly.
So
I've been there telling the dog to sit. It's not real. Sit.
I'm just
I am the dog.
just like yours. It won't listen.
Oh dear. Yeah, fair point.
But I think that's it.
Yeah, but we're done.
Yeah. Like, favourite, subscribe to all this YouTube stuff. I'm not getting any better at these outros for videos.
Or intros, or the actual videos. Oh dear.
I think we may be done
That's a
today.
depressing end. Bye.
Happy.